greetings. I am Professor K. Mahadevan, attached to Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department. I would like to discuss the topic Coulomb's law, which is covered in the subject electromagnetic theory. This particular subject is studied by third year BE EEE students and fourth semester BE EC students of Anna University curriculum. Right. In fact, this is one of the fundamental laws. From this law only electromagnetic field theory discussion starts. Right. According to this law, it describes a force between 2 point charges. The 2 point charges, I will call it as Q1 and Q2. The Q1 may be some coulombs, 2 coulombs, and Q2 may be 3 coulombs, their values. Coulomb's law, it describes a force exists between these 2 point charges. The force exists on the line which is connecting these 2 point charges this way. Right. I will call this force as F12. It means force on point 2 due to point 1. Right. If I use this suffix, right. Inversely, I can use this suffix also F21. It means force on Q1 due to Q2. Right. Obviously, F12 is equal to F21. Right. So far, I have considered the scalar quantities, but the direction is also important. So I will draw a bar over it this way. It means it has both scalar quantity, magnitude as well as its direction. Right. So according to Coulomb's law, this force is directly proportional to the product of Q1 and Q2. It is inversely proportional to the distance between the 2 charges. Right. R is the distance between these 2 charges. Right. It is directly proportional to the product of 2 charges and inversely proportional to the distance, square of the distance between them. Right. So if I combine these quantities, I will write F is proportional to Q1 Q2 divided by R square. Right. I want it to write this force as a vector. I will write F bar is proportional to Q1 Q2 by R square AR bar. This AR bar is called unit vector and it gives the direction of the force. Right. The force acts on the line joining these 2 charges. Right. So F bar is proportional to Q1 Q2 by R square AR bar. Right. If we want to write this proportionality symbol using is equal to, I will write Q1 Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon R square AR bar. This constant is 4 pi epsilon. Epsilon is permittivity of the medium I am using. Right, I can write epsilon is equal to epsilon O, epsilon R. Right, epsilon O is called absolute permittivity and epsilon R is called relative permittivity. Right, for air or vacuum or free space, it is epsilon R is equal to 1 and epsilon O, it's a constant. It is given as 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter. By experimentation, people have discovered this value epsilon O is equal to 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 farad per meter. This could also be written as 10 to the power minus 9 divided by 36 pi. Both values are same. So this is called permittivity of the medium, on which medium I am placing these 2 charges and the force I am going to calculate. Right. So using the Q, now I move the second charge Q2 around this Q1. Right. I am moving this Q2 around this Q1 this way. Similarly, force exists everywhere. Around this Q1, force exists everywhere. So this is a region where force could be calculated. This is a region. If I move this Q2 infinitely far away distance, this R square will become infinity and force will become 0. Right. It means that even if Q1 presents, there exists a region where electromagnetic field lines are present. Right. It means electrofield intensity is available here. Right. So next I will find the electric field intensity, that is E value, electric field intensity E value for point charges and line charges and surface charges, etc. This E can be written as F divided by Q. Its unit is voltage per meter. This is electric field intensity that is E bar due to a point charge. F we have written as Q1 Q2 divided by 4 pi epsilon. If you consider a free space, epsilon O only epsilon r is equal to 1 r square a r bar, its unit vector. Then from here E I will write it as F bar Q is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar voltage per meter. So this is the result for electric field intensity E bar due to a point charge, right? Next I will find electric field intensity E bar due to a E bar due to a infinitely long conductor. E bar due to infinitely long conductor, that means I am going to place all the charges on a conductor, charged conductor, and I am going to place this conductor along Z axis. This is X axis and this is Y axis and Z axis. On the Z axis I am placing my charged conductor, right? It runs from minus infinity to plus infinity. It runs from minus infinity to plus infinity. The charge I will write it as rho L, because it is point charge, its unit is coulomb only, whereas here it is a line charge, so it should be written as rho L is equal to some coulomb per meter. Look at the unit, it is coulomb per meter, right? Line charge density, rho L is called line charge density, right? The question is, I am going to calculate the value of P, at P the value of E bar due to this line charge. For it, I will take a differential length here. Due to this differential length, I will calculate what is the E value here, right? For this matter, I want to find the value of this vector. Let me call this vector as R bar. This distance may be rho units and this distance may be Z units. The arrangement I will use to calculate the E value due to a long, infinitely long straight conductor, and my objective is to find the E value at this point, right? dl is the distance, infinitesimal small distance, small length I have considered. Due to this small dl, how much E will be present at this point, then I will integrate by substituting the limits minus infinity to plus infinity to find the E value for the entire long straight conductor, right? So we know E bar is equal to Q divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square A r bar, right? Since I have taken dl, I will write it as dE is equal to dq divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square A r bar, right? But it is not the point charge we have considered a line charge. So instead of Q, I must use rho L. If I write rho L, dl will also come into the picture. So this is rho L dl has been written instead of dq, 4 pi epsilon O r square A r bar, right? This is again dE bar. To find E bar, I must integrate it between the limits minus infinity to plus infinity. So this expression has to be solved to find the value of E bar due to this long straight conductor at this point. P, right? So I must find what is dl and what is AR, because rho L is constant, 4 pi constant, epsilon O constant, and R is also a variable. When you find the value for unit this unit vector, automatically you will get the value for R also, right? So let me write what is dl first. dl has been taken along z axis, so dl is equal to dz. dl can be written as dz since it is taken along z axis, right? Then I must write what is R. R is a vector connecting this point with this point, right? This can be resolved into two horizontal and vertical vectors, right? So this way I must complete the vector addition. Addition of these two vectors will give this R vector. So R bar is equal to minus z. Since I am moving towards the origin, this is origin point 0, 0, so this is minus z, the unit is minus z, unit vector is a z bar, and this is rho units plus rho. I am moving towards y direction, a y bar. R bar is equal to minus z a z bar, unit vector of z direction, rho units along y direction, so plus rho times a y bar, right? Unit vector AR can be written as minus z a z bar plus rho a y bar divided by square root of z square plus rho square. These two components have to be substituted in this equation to find the value of E. Okay, E bar is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity rho L. Instead of dl I will write dz divided by 4 pi epsilon O R square. We will substitute this value later. AR bar I am going to substitute. AR bar is equal to minus z a z bar plus rho a y bar divided by rho square plus z square power of. This is R square, this is R, so I will write rho square plus z square is equal to 3 by 2. So this R square value is power 1 and it is power of, so it is 3 by 2. These are constant, they could be brought in front. Rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon O minus infinity to plus infinity, right? So due to the symmetry of z axis, due to the, this is a charged conductor, this is your y line and this is x line, this is a point you are calculating the E value. Due to the symmetry, for every point on z axis, there is one equal and opposite point is also axis on minus z axis. So both the points work together and they cancel themselves, right? So minus z a is will be becoming 0. I want to consider in my next step. So this is rho L dz divided by 4 pi epsilon O rho square plus z square power 3 by 2 and rho a y bar, this component. This rho L already it is taken outside, so it is dz rho a y bar divided by 4 pi epsilon rho square plus z square power 3 by 2. This is the variable of integration, but this variable is coming along with one constant, so it is a bit difficult for us to integrate it, right? For this matter, what I will do is, this is my original diagram. This is a point B, rho units, and this is z units, this is dl, right? I will consider one angle theta here. This is one right angle triangle, this is the angle theta, right? From this diagram I can write what is tan theta. Tan theta is equal to z divided by rho, or z is equal to rho tan theta. So I want to substitute what is dz. So I am differentiating z. dz is equal to rho secant square theta d theta. Differentiation of tan theta is secant square theta d theta. I will substitute here dz rho secant square theta d theta. Then z, from z I will write what is z square rho square tan square theta. These are the two substitutions I will do here. Rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon O, limits I will substitute later. Instead of dz, let me write rho secant square theta d theta divided by rho square plus z square is equal to rho square tan square theta power 3 by 2, and this is AY bar, this unit vector. This rho should also be written, this is rho square, z rho tan theta, this rho, and it becomes rho square, right. Now the integration variable is theta. In this step it is z, whereas in this step it is theta. So I must substitute the limits for theta rather than the limits for z. For z the limits are minus infinity to plus infinity. For the corresponding limits for theta I must consider, right. Okay. If I extend z value to plus infinity, this theta will become plus pi by 2 or plus 90 degree. If I extend this line to minus infinity, this theta will become minus pi by 2, right. So the limits are minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. If you go to minus infinity, the theta is minus pi by 2. If you go to plus infinity, this theta value will become plus pi by 2, right. So the limits have also been changed. Minus infinity has been made as minus pi by 2 and plus infinity has been made as plus pi by 2. This expression will become rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon O minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. This is rho square secant square theta d theta divided by rho square can be taken outside. This will become 1 plus tan square theta power 3 by 2 and AY bar. This is again rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon O minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, rho square secant square theta d theta divided by this 1 plus tan square theta is nothing but secant square theta. So this is rho square secant square theta, the power is 3 by 2. This is AY bar. This term will become rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon O minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, rho square secant square theta d theta. This will become rho cube power 3 by 2. So this is rho cube. Secant square theta will also become secant cube theta, and this is AY bar. Rho square and this one power secant square theta secant theta. This is 1 by secant theta. 1 by secant theta is sin theta. So rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon O minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. 1 by secant theta is sin theta d theta AY bar. Now it is easy for us to integrate it. Rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon O minus cos theta. The limits are minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So if you substitute the limits, minus cos pi by 2 plus 1, it is minus of minus 1, it is also plus 1. So inside the brackets I will have 2 rho L divided by 4 pi epsilon O into 2. So this is rho L divided by 4 pi, sorry, it is 2 pi epsilon O AY bar, right. Here the unit vector AY bar has to be brought. So this is the result. E value due to an infinitely long straight conductor at one particular point, right. Look at the unit vector, this is AY bar. Since I have considered one point B on y axis, I am getting AY bar. Instead, if I place the conductor on along other axis, x axis also I can place, y axis also I can place, where I am going to calculate the p value, that unit vector will be coming here. This is not the general formula. For the considered case, this is y direction. So I consider one point along y direction, that is why I am getting the unit vector AY bar, right. So this is a result which could be used to solve many problems under this topic. So next topic, same E value I am going to calculate for a circular ring. This is infinitely long straight conductor. If the conductor is made as a ring, what will be the value of E at one particular point? E bar due to a circular ring. Again x, y, z axis. Let us assume a circular ring is placed on xy plane. The center of the ring, let us assume at its origin of these three axes, x, y, z, right? Center of the ring, right? Arbitrarily, I am choosing a point P along z axis. Here I am taking the point. I am going to calculate the value of E at this point due to the circular ring. Now, again the circular ring is having the line charge density of rho suffix L coulomb per meter, right? Infinite number of point charges are assumed to be distributed along the circumference of this ring. So, they are uniformly distributed. Again I am considering on dl on the circumference of this ring. Due to this dl, I am calculating what is the value of E available at this point. So, this way I must draw the vector r. So, for this I must resolve this r vector into two components. This is z component, this vector is z component, and this vector, this is nothing but rho component. Rho is the radius of the cylinder or radius of the circle. In cylindrical coordinates, it is radius of the cylinder. Here I am using one circular ring, so it is radius of the circle, rho units, right? So, r bar I will write, rho is moving towards the origin, so minus rho a rho bar, its direction is a rho bar unit vector, plus it is away from the origin, so this is plus z a z bar. Then a r bar will be minus rho a rho bar plus z a z bar divided by square root of rho square plus z square. Then I will also want what is dl. dl is on a pi direction, a pi direction. So, the dl will be written as rho d pi. It is not simply d pi, it is rho, since it is an arc, it is dl is equal to rho d pi, right? Okay. As usual, we will start from the Coulomb's law. It is E is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar. E is equal to dE bar is equal to dq divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar. This dq will be written as rho L, since it is coulomb, it's a coulomb per meter we are having, line charge density, dl rho d pi. dl is made as rho d pi divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar. Okay. From here I will calculate what is E bar. So, just integrate it, rho L rho d pi divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar. The integration is with respect to pi only. So, substitute the limits for pi, it is 0 to 2 pi. What is a r bar? A r bar is equal to minus rho a rho plus z. You substitute this equation. Pi is equal to 0 to 2 pi rho L rho d pi by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar minus rho a rho bar plus z a z bar divided by rho square plus z square power of square root power of, then this is r, this is r value r square. So, I will write straight away, it is 3 by 2. Now, I do not want r square, this r square is considered here. So, it is rho square plus z square power 3 by 2. As before, for each and every point present on this side of your circular ring, the equal and opposite point is also available on the other side of the circular ring. So, they contribute and their effective value at this point will be 0. So, minus rho a rho component will not be present in the output result. this component will become 0, I will have only z, a z only, right. So I am continuing by cancelling a rho component. So this is rho L rho d pi divided by 4 pi epsilon O z a z bar divided by rho square plus z square power 3 by 2. So in the integration is with respect to pi only, rho L constant, rho constant, epsilon, everything is constant, rho z. So you can take everything outside, rho L rho z divided by 4 pi epsilon O rho square plus z square power 3 by 2 d pi, and the unit vector is a z. The limits are 0 to 2 pi. Okay. So if you, so I am taking them outside. Let me write this way, d pi a z. All are constants, so I am bringing them outside of integration. Rho L rho z divided by 4 pi epsilon O rho square plus z square power 3 by 2. Integration is pi. If you substitute the limit 0 to 2 pi, the answer will be 2 pi a z bar, 2 pi, and this will become 2, and my result is rho L rho z divided by 2 epsilon O rho square plus z square 3 by 2 a z. This is the final result for electric field intensity at a point B along the axis E Z. Right. As usual, I can take the point P anywhere, but the condition is it should be very normal to the ring you are placed, because the ring is placed on xy plane and the normal direction is Z. Right. If you place the ring on xy, instead of xy you can place xz direction. If you place xz direction, the normal is y. If you place yz direction, the normal direction is x. This way also you can bring the same result by changing the unit vector only. Right. So next I want to find E bar due to a circular disc. The same diagram I can use. The only change what I am doing is, in the previous case I used a circular ring, but it is a disc. Disc means the entire charges are distributed over the surface of the disc. So dl I should not find, here I will find ds, instead of dl it is ds, and my vector will be pointing towards this point from the differential surface I have taken. This is ds. Infinitesimal surface area ds I have considered at this point. Due to this infinitesimal surface, what is the E value available at this point? I am going to calculate. As usual, this is rho units, and this is z units, and this is r vector. Right. The same E bar is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon O r squared a r bar. D bar is equal to dq by 4 pi epsilon O r squared a r bar. But here surface charge density we must consider. Surface charge density is written as rho s, not rho l, it is line charge density. Then this will become Coulomb square. Area will be coming into the picture. So rho s Coulomb per meter square. From here I must change everything. Okay. This has been written using the fundamentals. E bar is equal to q divided by 4 pi epsilon O r squared a r bar. So differential E, differential q, okay. This differential q I must substitute, that is rho s ds. So this will be Coulomb per meter square multiplied by meter square. I will get q divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar. This d bar. Okay. From here, if you want to calculate E bar, you must integrate it. Rho s ds divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar. This is surface integral So it has to be carried out by 2 times. E is equal to double integral rho s ds, because 2 dimensions are involved. So double integral rho s ds divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar. Again I must substitute the values for ds and a r bar. These 2 values I must substitute from the diagram. R is equal to minus rho a rho plus z a z bar is okay. A r bar will be minus rho a rho plus z a z bar, right, divided by rho square plus z square. ds I must change for this disk. It is placed on xy plane. In cylindrical coordinates I will write rho d pi. Okay. Rho pi z are 3 variables. Z is a constant. Z is equal to 0 because it is placed on xy plane. So z value is 0. So naturally it is constant. The other 2 variables are rho and pi only. Rho, the difference element is d rho. For pi, the difference element is rho d pi. So your ds will become rho d pi. This value I must substitute here. Double integral rho s rho d pi divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square we will take from the value of unit vector a r bar. Let me write what is a r bar. Minus rho a rho bar plus z a z bar divided by rho square plus z square. Okay. Once again the power is off here, it is square, so 3 by 2, straight away I can write 3 by 2. Like before, due to the symmetry of the disk, for each and every point available on the side of the disk, equal and opposite point is also available on the other side of the disk. So they react each other and their effective value become 0. Right. This component will not present in the result. Next step, right. Okay, E bar is equal to double integral rho s rho d pi divided by 4 pi epsilon O z a z by rho square plus z square power 3 by 2. The limits could be substituted as for pi 0 to 2 pi, for rho d rho with respect to rho. So rho is also one variable. Rho value is, the minimum value is 0, maximum value can be infinity. So rho is equal to 0 to infinity. So these are the limits we can substitute here. Rho s is constant. Okay, we can take it outside. 4 pi epsilon O is also constant. Double integral, it is pi 0 to 2 pi, it is rho 0 to infinity, rho d pi z a z bar divided by rho square plus z square power 3 by 2. So this integration has to be evaluated. The problem here is the variable is rho, variable is also here. This variable is coming along with one constant. The second variable is pi, not z. One of the variable is rho, okay, but other variable is pi, but here a variable with a constant is coming in the denominator. So it is a bit difficult for us to evaluate directly. So I am going to use one substitution method. I will put u square is equal to rho square plus z square. This u is called a dummy variable, right? This u is called a dummy variable. I will replace rho with u only, right? Differentiate it. 2u du is equal to, its variable, so 2 rho d rho plus constant, z is a constant, so it is 0. U du is equal to rho d rho. These substitutions I will write here. Rho s divided by this term, rho s divided by 4 pi epsilon O double integral Rho d rho is written as this component. Rho d rho is written as u du d pi. Z is a constant, so let us take it outside, divided by rho square plus z square is u square power 3 by 2. Unit vector is a z bar. This will be the limits also. I have to change pi, okay, pi is equal to 0 to 2 pi, but in this step rho is not available. The rho has been replaced with u. The limits for rho has also been replaced for u value. Rho is changing from 0 to infinity. If rho is equal to 0, what is u? We must calculate then. If rho is equal to infinity, what is u? Right. You substitute here. If rho is equal to 0, u square is equal to z square, so u is equal to z. If rho is equal to infinity, if u is equal to infinity, u is also is equal to infinity. So the limits are, instead of 0 to infinity, the limits for u I will substitute here, that is z to infinity. Changing the limits, this step, right? Okay, then rho s divided by z divided by 4 pi epsilon o z to infinity, pi is equal to 0 to 2 pi u du d pi divided by u square power 3 by 2 is u cube a z bar. So this is u and this will become 2. Right. My next step is rho s by z, rho s z by 4 pi epsilon o z to infinity, pi is equal to 0 to 2 pi. This is 1 by u square du d pi a z bar. Okay, is equal to rho s z divided by 4 pi epsilon o. Let us integrate pi first. So this will become pi, the limits are 0 to 2 pi, and it is z to infinity 1 by u square du, and the unit vector is a z bar. Rho z divided by 4 pi epsilon o. This is 2 pi minus 0, so this will become 2 only. 1 by u square minus 1 by u, if you integrate it, z to infinity a z bar is equal to rho s z divided by 2 epsilon o minus 1 by infinity, u made as infinity, minus of minus plus, so plus 1 by z a z bar is equal to rho s z divided by 2 epsilon o 0 plus 1 by z a z bar. This z, this 2 z will get cancelled. Rho s 2 epsilon o a z bar, some voltage per meter. This is the final result for the charged disk which is placed on the xy plane, and a point of interest P is taken on z axis, right? Okay, this result is very interesting. This result is, in the first result, that is E bar due to a long, infinity long straight conductor, we got this result, E bar is equal to rho L divided by 2 pi epsilon O a z bar. And the second case, E bar is equal to rho L divided by 2 epsilon O rho square plus z square power 3 by 2 rho L rho z a z bar. This result is rho s divided by 2 epsilon O only a z bar, right? So all of the units are voltage per meter. The point is taken along z axis, the second and third cases, whereas in the first case the point is taken along y axis. But here if you look at it, z, here z present, but where the point is taken, it does not be present, the parameter does not be present in the third case. E bar is equal to simply rho s divided by 2 epsilon O only, right. If I take this point here, this distance doesn't reflect in my final result. It is rho s divided by 2 epsilon O only. Epsilon O is a constant, rho is also a constant surface charge density. So anywhere you can take the point, the surface charge density to find the E value, right. But it should be in normal direction. The point is it should be in normal direction. Okay. Next topic is E bar due to an infinitely long sheet of charge. In the previously considered case, it is a disk, it's a sheet of charge. Okay. As usual, x, y, z in Cartesian coordinate system, the 3 coordinates, right. A sheet has been placed on xy plane. It is infinitely long, right, in all the 4 directions. In all the 4 directions, it is infinitely long. A portion of the sheet has been presented in the diagram, right. As usual, I will take a infinitesimal ds surface charge. My point is here. I am going to find the E value at this point due to this infinitely long sheet of charge. For this matter, I have taken a ds as shown here, right. As usual, I will draw a vector from the source to the destination. This vector is r bar. This can be resolved into 2 components. This is rho component and this is z component. Okay. R bar, I will write it as r bar is equal to minus rho. As I told already, it is moving towards the origin, so it is minus rho a rho bar plus z, because z is moving away from the origin, so plus z a z bar. Okay. Then my unit vector will become a r bar is equal to minus rho a rho bar plus z a z bar divided by square root of rho square plus z square, unit vector value. Then I must find the value for ds also. ds is equal to z is equal to constant, z is equal to 0 because the sheet is spread on xy plane, z value is equal to 0. So rho d pi, ds is equal to rho d pi. Right. From the fundamentals, I will write what is E bar, q divided by as usual 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar. Then this q, it is dE bar, differential E is equal to dq divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar is equal to dq is written as rho s ds, surface charge density, rho s coulomb per meter square. The charge available on the entire sheet of charge is rho s coulomb per meter square. So coulomb per meter square multiplied by meter square, you will get q, rho s ds divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar. This is our dE bar. From here I will get what is E bar. E bar is equal to again double integral. This is surface integral. So rho s ds divided by 4 pi epsilon O r square a r bar only. This ds, now I can replace this ds with the components I have calculated. ds is equal to rho d pi. So rho value is equal to 0 to infinity. Rho value is 0 to infinity. Pi value is 0 to 2 pi. Rho is a constant, but rho is not a constant. Pi 4 pi epsilon r square value from here I will substitute. Rho s rho d pi divided by 4 pi epsilon O minus rho a rho plus Z A Z divided by rho square plus Z square power of, it is power of R square 1 power, so it is straight away I am using 3 by 2 as power. Is equal to again double integral rho is equal to 0 to infinity, pi is equal to 0 to 2 pi, rho s rho d rho d pi divided by 4 pi epsilon o rho square plus z square power 3 by 2. Again, due to the symmetry of this sheet of charge, these rho components will not present in my next step, only I will have Z A Z. Due to symmetry, they all cancel each other, so Z A Z only present. So this will become rho s, rho s is constant divided by 4 pi epsilon o double integral rho d pi, Z is also constant, you can bring here A Z bar divided by rho square plus Z square power 3 by 2. As we discussed already, rho, but Z is a constant, so a variable is coming along with one constant. So a dummy variable has to be introduced. Put U square is equal to rho square plus Z square. Differentiate it. 2U du, 2 rho d rho plus 0. U du is equal to rho d rho. So rho d rho, instead of rho d rho I will substitute u du, right. Rho square plus z square I will substitute u square, right. Next I will change the limits. The limits are rho is equal to 0 to infinity and pi is equal to 0 to 2 pi. In the next step rho will not present, it is only u, so change the limits for u. If rho is equal to 0, u is equal to z. If rho is equal to infinity, u is also infinity. These are the limits. Next I will substitute. Is equal to this step, rho s z divided by 4 pi epsilon o double integral rho d rho is made as u du, d pi no change, a z bar divided by rho square plus z square u square power 3 by 2. The limits are pi is equal to 0 to 2 pi. Now for u is equal to z to infinity, z to infinity. So rho s z divided by 4 pi epsilon o u du, this will become u cube, u squared power 3 by 2, a z bar, pi is equal to 0 to 2 pi, u is equal to z to infinity. So this will become rho s z divided by 4 pi epsilon o. If I integrate d pi is missed here, so d pi a z bar. If you integrate it, d pi is 2 pi and this will be 1 by u square, u by u cube, 1 by u square du, the unit vector is a z bar. 2 pi it is 4 pi, so rho s z divided by 2 epsilon o. If you integrate it, minus 1 by u. Limits are u is equal to z to infinity, z to infinity, a z bar. Rho s z divided by 2 epsilon o minus 1 by infinity, minus of minus plus, so plus 1 by z, a z bar. Okay, this is 0, this is 1 by z, z and z will get cancelled. So the final result is rho s divided by 2 epsilon o a z bar, some voltage per meter. So for infinity long surface charge density also I am getting the same result as the circular disc. E bar is equal to rho s divided by 2 epsilon O A Z bar voltage per meter. Whether it is infinitely long surface charge sheet or it is a surface charge density circular disk, I am getting the same result. E bar is equal to rho s divided by 2 epsilon O A Z bar voltage per meter. Again I have taken one point along z axis, right. So this A Z bar is nothing but the normal direction of the from the charge sheet where you have placed. Since it is placed on the xy plane, the normal direction is A Z bar, right. Electric flux density. From the results, I will calculate electric flux density. The letter which is used to denote electric flux density is d bar and its unit is coulomb per meter square. Electric flux density. So mathematical results tells d bar is equal to epsilon E bar. So 4 cases we have seen: E bar due to a long straight conductor, and E bar due to a circular ring, and E bar due to a circular disc, and E bar due to a infinitely long sheet of charge, right. From the results 1, 2, 3, 4, we have calculated what are those E values at one particular point, right. Just substitute epsilon E to get d bar from the results. For example, in the final result I have calculated d bar is equal to, for the surface charge density, rho s divided by 2 epsilon O voltage per meter. In the last case which we have discussed, for the surface charge density, rho s divided by 2 epsilon O voltage per meter. If the medium is considered as a free space or air or vacuum, this is simply EO, epsilon O. D bar is equal to epsilon O only. So from here I will write straight away d bar is equal to rho s divided by 2 voltage per meter. D bar electric flux density is equal to rho s divided by 2 voltage per meter. This way I can calculate E bar due to a circular ring, d bar due to a circular ring like E bar is equal to rho s rho z divided by 2 epsilon O rho square plus z square power 3 by 2. This is the result we have seen in the circular. So from here I will write straight away d bar is equal to rho s rho z. You just remove epsilon O from here. 2 of rho square plus z square power 3 by 2 voltage per meter. A z bar चे unit vector A z bar some voltage per meter. So this way you can calculate electric flux density. You need not work the derivations for d bar for each and every case. If you work out the derivations for E bar for each and every case, long straight conductor, infinitely long straight conductor, and circular ring, and circular disc, and infinitely long sheet of charge, simply substitute d bar is equal to epsilon O E bar to find what is d bar, electric flux density value. It is very simple, right. If the medium is some other than a free space or a vacuum, you have to write it as epsilon O, epsilon R, E bar. Right. The relative permittivity of that particular medium will also be coming into the picture. So d bar is equal to epsilon O, epsilon R, E bar, right. Some coulomb per meter square. Naturally, for epsilon R value is equal to 1 for air or vacuum or free space, right.